when Mintra Fashion Superstar came to me, one was the novelty of it. I mean, I've never been a part of any show before where you're encouraging potential fashion influencers from all around India, from the smallest of cities to the big ones. And of course, it's been produced by Mintra, people I go back a long way with. I've walked the ramp for them. I have great respect for the brand and their business acumen. Bani J Productions. So the team was fantastic, and the icing on the cake, of course, was Manish Malhotra and Malika Dua being my co-judges. So what's not to love? Again, an interesting question, because the way I'm made, I think you can't look to be a fashion icon. You can be honest to your sense of fashion. You can be brave to explore fashion the way you deem fit, not being dictated by the global trends and in the fashion world dictating seasonal colors or seasonal fashion, or this you can't do with that. Being brave enough to break those molds and to do it with your personal sense of style and confidence. If you can be consistently good at doing that, despite the rejections and the raised eyebrows, you automatically become a fashion icon. But to me, there is no such prerequisites. I think the only thing that matters to me is how appealing are you, how brave are you, and finally, when you dress, do you dress for the world or do you dress for yourself? Because when you dress for yourself, it's very, very attractive. Fashion is a wonderful culture. It is a culture of connecting people. It has the power of changing conversations. It has the power to invoke a feeling. I think for me, that is very important. Anything, no matter how beautiful and stunning, if it doesn't evoke a feeling, then it's dead. And for me, fashion has to be alive. From street fashion, from what I could afford at 17 to having a muse-like relationship with some of the biggest brands in the world, it's come a long way. From being someone who wanted to dress for other people and wear what's in, to choosing to wear what I want to wear because it's comfortable. I think the CCF in my life has been comfort, cut and fit. They're very important to me, and whether a roadside tailor gives me that or a brand, I will make it look good. See, here's the catch. On the one end, we think it's iconic to be different, and on the other hand, we constantly fashion police everything. That's a no-no, this is a no-no. I may have personal no-nos. For example, I would not wear two prints together. No matter how complimentary, I think it's too busy. I rather wear one print, otherwise you'd see me in classic plain colors. I'm very monotone like that. But if you were to ask me fashion no-nos, well, don't get caught up in that. Because if you're going to be fashionable, you will have to have all yeses, everything possible. You will have to be brave to break the existing system and do what you think is right. That's how evolution happens. So there's no so concept of no. Everything is a yes, if you can pull it off. In real life, I'm not very fond of wearing makeup. So I have these very beautiful lip shades. I just have to pop a plum or a red and maybe just curl my lashes and put the same lipstick on my cheeks, and I'm good to go. And of course, white shirt, blue jeans and chappals. Because these are my tried and tested, ready in a minute. Of course, my hair is a big factor. If it is dirty, then it goes up in a very done to death ponytail, or I say done to death because I know that works. I mean, it'll photograph them from everywhere and I look pretty decent. Or a bun, with a Chinese pin, you know. So I'm quite comfortable like that. And if my eyes are really tired, big sunglasses. You can't miss them. With practice, it's become a lot faster, but the ritual is actually quite ritualistic, because as I'm getting older, I have to really take care of my skin. And like I said, I don't like wearing makeup a lot, so my skin has to be great. It has to be glowing, it has to feel happy, and so I have to wash, then I have to tone, then I have to use a serum, then I have to do a cream, then I do a sunscreen on top of it, and then I massage. I have a pretty long routine, but now it feels like brushing my teeth. You know, I get up and I do that every day, so that's my morning routine. And water, yeah, water intake, because dehydration is not just an external fixer. You have to internally fix it too. The ultimate beauty fix for me is a good night's sleep. God knows that is rare these days. Water, lots of hydration, fruits, chia seed. You're going to ask a person like me, I'm going to tell you stuff that really, really work. The less I have to externalize everything to do with beauty, the more long-lasting it is. It doesn't need constant touch-up. At best, it needs a tapping on the cheeks and the redness comes back, you know, and being happy. There is nothing more beautiful than a smile that comes from the inside. I'm a very raw kind of person. I think that if you're going to ask me for beauty fixes, I'm not going to show you ways of making your skin glow, put cucumber on your eyes, you know. I'm not that person. I am more a person that does say beauty is an inside job, and what you see on the outside is but a reflection. White shirt, blue jeans, tone or whatever, but fits like a dream. I'm not very fond of high-waisted, so you gotta allow the fabric to touch your waist and wear low-waisted jeans. I think on women that looks really hot, and on some men, sorry. Had to cover that. And flip-flops, a very elegant pair of flip-flops that you can dress up or down. I'm a big believer that if you're comfortable, it shows. And some days, a white shirt, blue jeans, and a flip-flop is all it takes to look your elegant best. Ballerinas don't hurt, in case you just don't want to wear them. I'm from Mumbai, humidity kills you. You know, over the years, my sense of fashion or my take on fashion has grown to be more classic, more timeless. So when I think of a fashion icon, I'm driven to think of women like Bridget Bardot or Audrey Hepburn. Then in more recent times, Victoria Beckham. Because these are women that have changed conversations. I mean, and Elizabeth Taylor, you look at her and everything about her has come from generations to be either evolved or directly mimicked, because they created fearless trends of fashion which was unique to them. I'm inspired by people who are different, who have the ability to have an aspirational quality about the way that they have chosen to live their lives. And for me, that is fashionable. It's not just what you wear, how you dress, but who you are. Because if you aren't that person, no amount of big brands and looking great is going to convey your personality. And it will not evoke a feeling. And anything that doesn't evoke a feeling is not timeless. What's next in the pipeline is that everything man proposes, God disposes. So with COVID making a guest appearance at a very opportune time, I was to film another movie after Arya season 1, and then of course that didn't happen, so that's been postponed to after Arya season 2, which is what I will be doing next. But in the interim between the 2 seasons, thankfully Mintra Fashion Superstar happened, and it allowed me to be a part of a vocation that I love, which is fashion and style and personalities and people. But it also allowed me to become a part of the resumes of all these 18 contestants who I promise you are going to be making waves in the times to come in their respective fashion statements on social media and otherwise. They're people with a mind of their own. So to be a part of their journey has been such a blessing. Always remember that whether you're a man or a woman, you're going to have good days and bad days. And one of the first places it reflects is right here. No matter what you wear, it reflects here. It reflects in your tone. So learn to, this is what I do, and I think it works like magic. Wear brighter colors when you're not feeling like you're on the top of your game that day. It's human not to feel like that all the time. Wear a bright color, reflect brightness. Not just for the outside world, but it reflects on you. So you start to look and feel better. And if you're a woman, my biggest piece of advice, wear a diamond, a big one. It reflects hope in a way that I have not known any other piece of jewelry to ever do. Besides, it reminds you, you're empowered. You got yourself a beautiful piece of diamond. Lots and lots of love. Ciao.